Well, I'm taking a walk down to my new garden. As you can see, it's not exactly right next to my house. It's closer to the winery, but I get a nice walk through the grapes every day, mostly. So 2 weeks ago, approximately 2 weeks ago, we finished planting this new garden, and I want to show you how it's progressing. This is in part my way to document my experience with this particular no-dig garden. There it is, down on the edge of the field. As you recall, we put this deer wildlife netting up around the garden just to try to mitigate deer, because we have certainly a whole lot of those. All right, let's go in. We don't exactly have the best gate system here. Now, the asparagus we planted in April, and it seems really happy now that I cleaned out those beds and mulched it down. It's really growing nicely, and no more has been crunched off by deer, which is a plus. I planted some sunflowers a couple weeks ago, and they are coming up nicely, so I'll have a border of sunflowers on this north side. I've got my tomatoes, which went in about 2.5 weeks ago, transplanted in. They were very puny plants that had been sitting on my front porch, and they are looking pretty good. There's some peppers that were also looking pretty puny, but they are starting to take root. So I anticipate that these are going to really start popping up. Now, one thing that I don't like is that I don't have any of the lima beans sprouting that I would expect to see in this row. So I'm going to come in and replant those and see if I can get them going. Don't know what happened with that. Now, over here, I have good stuff happening. These are my pole lima beans, and it looks like I've got some decent germination popping up here. These were the pumpkins, so I'll have to be thinning those out. 4 pumpkins in a hill is too many. But I had excellent germination with the pumpkins. And here we're getting some more pole limas coming up right here. And these are more sunflowers on the north side. So these are these sprouted really fast, and I have a row of small sunflowers. Now I see that there are a lot of weeds popping up, so I'm going to have to come in here, and I'll probably have to cultivate that a little bit and make sure that the hay is pulled up around these sunflowers. Overall, I'm pretty pleased with this space. I'm a little bit disappointed that those lima beans didn't come up. Maybe they will still, but I think we're getting to the edge of the margin. So I am going to go ahead and get some more plants, some more beans, and pop them in there. If the others come up, well, I can just pull some of them. So at any rate, otherwise, I'm very pleased with what's going on down here. I can see that the weed pressure is going to be a little bit more intense here because, you know, this was really, there was a lot of stuff on top of the plastic, and there were holes in the plastic, and there was things growing through the plastic that was covering this. For 3 years, I believe, nothing was planted in here. So a lot of seed pressure, a lot of weed pressure, all in here. So I'm probably going to have to pay a little bit more attention than I like to weeds in this garden down here, which means I'm going to have to get myself someplace where I can have a nice cool sit down with water close by, because it's going to be hot working out here as the summer progresses. As far as watering, that was one of my other issues because it's pretty far from a water source. And what I've decided to do, and what I went ahead and did, is I have put together several hoses, had to get another hose, another nozzle, and I'm just connecting it up to the winery, which is about, it's a good long ways away, probably about 250 to 300 feet up to where the water source is. So I'm having to lug that, and it's a little bit problematic because when they do mowing, I'm going to have to pick up the hoses. But hey, it's good exercise, right? You got to look at these things as a positive instead of a chore that you have to do. If you looked at everything in gardening as a chore, then you would not enjoy yourself. And part of this whole process is having fun while you're growing great food. So if you want to have some fun while you grow great food, you might consider following my channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll keep you up to date. I'm going to hope to do like at least weekly pictures of how this is progressing, to really document the experience with it. Garden from start to finish. Take care. Bye.